Hello, everybody. So let's get right into my first argument about this whole debacle. This is not a debate. I hate it when people are calling this crap a debate. This is not a debate. It's not conducive to a debate. Let me show you something. Let's go over the format, the rules of this quote unquote debate.
Former President Trump will be on the left side of the screen. President Biden will be appearing on the right.
So that doesn't matter. You can appear on the right side. That doesn't matter. Let's get to the actual time limits, the actual nuts and bolts of this thing.
Coin toss determined their positions. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to answer a question and 1 minute each for responses and rebuttals. An additional minute for follow-up, clarification, or response is at the moderator's discretion.
This right here is absolutely ludicrous. This is not conducive to a debate. This is conducive to sound bites. This is conducive to all types of BS from both people. This is not conducive to a debate. When I think of the great American debates, the great debates in American history, what do you think of? I think of Abraham Lincoln, Stephen Douglas. That's what I think of. Can you imagine them in this freaking format? What is this? 2 minutes? 2 minutes? This is in 1 minute response? 1 minute rebuttal? What? First of all, a response and a rebuttal. What the hell's the difference? What's the difference? So this is not conducive. So this is conducive to whoever can spew the most words within 2 minutes. This is all sound bites, audio bites, video bites. This is not a debate. And this is presidential. This is the future of the country. We Americans deserve better than this. So after I get done giving examples, I'm going to give some suggestions of how we can make this an actual debate, because this is ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. This is laughable. I wonder how they do it in other countries. Somebody tell me.
When it's time for a candidate to speak, his microphone will be turned on and his opponent's microphone will be turned off.
That's actually a good idea, though. I like that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Should a candidate interrupt when his microphone is muted, he will be difficult to understand for viewers at home. At the end of the debate, each candidate will get 2 minutes for closing statements. There is no studio audience tonight. Pre-written notes, props, or contact with
I can't even wipe my ass in 2 minutes. What? Closing statement in 2 minutes?
campaign staff are not permitted during the debate. By accepting our invitation to debate, both candidates and their campaigns agreed to accept these rules.
Now, please welcome the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Whatever this was, I don't even know what the term for it is. A debate? I don't know. A rebate? Anyway, whatever the hell this was, Trump clearly came out looking better. But, and this is a big booty but. Pay attention to what I just said. Looking better. Let me show you. Let me give you a couple of examples I actually wrote down here in my notes. Because poor preparation leads to piss poor performance. 5 P's. All right, so let's go to, I'll go to a couple examples where Trump actually came off looking better, but what he said was dubious at best. So let me show you.
There have been many young women murdered by the same people he allows to come across our border. We have a border that's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world, considered the most dangerous place anywhere in the world. And he opened it up, and these killers are coming into our country, and they are raping and killing women.
So, you catching all this? Look how confidently he says this. Generalized statements, but he says it with the confidence of the Bible, something like that. He says it with so much confidence, it's easy to believe him. If you just take it at face value, superficial value. I mean, I got to give it up to him. saying something so preposterous with such confidence?
And it's a terrible thing. As far as the abortion is concerned, it is now back with the states. The states are voting. In many cases, it's frankly a very liberal decision. In many cases, it's the opposite. But they're voting, and it's bringing it back to the vote of the people, which is what everybody wanted, including the founders, if they knew about this issue, which frankly they didn't. But they would have.
How can he know what the founders wanted? Man, see, that's something that's not provable in the least. It's making my brain hurt. Is he just ignorant or stupid? I don't know. Over here, I mean, take a look at him over here. I don't even know what he's thinking. He needs to work on his facials.
Everybody wanted brought back. Ronald Reagan
wanted. Oh, well, he's looking at his notes now. That makes sense.
It brought back. He wasn't able to get it. Everybody wanted it brought back, and many presidents had tried to get it back. I was the one to do it. And
well,
again,
wait a minute, though.
It's frankly a very liberal decision. In many cases, it's the opposite. To get it back, I was back to the vote of the people, which is what everybody wanted.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm going to look at something over here on the right side of the screen. Look with me.
Which, frankly, they didn't. But they would have. Everybody wanted brought back.
All right, so he's looking at his notes. So Biden over here on the right is looking at his notes.
Ronald Reagan wanted it brought back. He wasn't able to get it. Everybody wanted it brought back. And
then he goes and looks over here. I don't know. Is he just bored? I mean, there's only so much of BS that you can take.
Many presidents.
Or is he cognitively? I don't know. But anyway, let me get to a second example of what I'm talking about here with how this format, how these formats, and this is not just this debate, but how these formats favor someone like him, like Trump. So I wrote on my notes here while I'm going here. I wrote in my notes, if you stop and actually think about what he's saying, let's go there. So I'm curious because I forgot.
In Ukraine, if we had a real president, a president that was respected by Putin, he would have never invaded Ukraine. A lot of people are dead right now, much more than people know. You know, they talk about numbers. You can double those numbers, maybe triple those numbers. He did nothing to stop it. In fact, I think he encouraged Russia from going in. I'll tell you what happened. He was so bad with Afghanistan. It was such a horrible embarrassment, most embarrassing moment in the history of our country.
Okay, so stop right there. Okay. So, oh my God. I've got ice cream brain. If you stop and think about what he's saying, what is he saying? The greatest embarrassment?
That when Putin watched that and he saw the incompetence, that he should have fired those generals, like I fired the one that you mentioned, and so he's got no love lost. But he should have fired those generals. No general got fired for the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan, where we left billions of dollars of equipment behind. We lost 13 beautiful soldiers, and 38 soldiers were obliterated. And by the way, we left people behind too. We left American citizens.
So you got to look beyond what he's saying. Well, not only him, but all of these guys. Let's not play favorites here. If you look at what they're saying as opposed to how they're saying it, think how versus what. That's why this format, and let's go back to the format at the beginning. That's why this format is not conducive to a debate. This format is conducive to brain damage. I'm going to have to beep that out. Brain damage. This format is brain damage to the American mind. Your mind, my mind. Brain damage. Maybe this should be called, instead of a debate, brain damage. I don't know. I have here in my notes, Biden was more tempered with his responses. Now, whether that's due to cognitive decline or he actually thinks about what he's saying. I don't know. But I was able to understand him a lot more clearly. Let me give you an example. I'm going to go there right now.
So much malarkey in my whole life. Look, the fact of the matter is that we're in a situation where, let's take the last point first. Iran attacked American troops, caused brain damage for a number of these troops.
I swear to God, I did not. I swear to God, I did not remember that he actually said the word brain damage. I did not remember. Oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm so sorry. I did not realize that he actually said that. I completely, that's a coincidence, folks.
And he did nothing about it recently, not when he was president. They attacked. He said they're just having headaches. That's all it is. He didn't do a thing when the attack took place, number one.
So, see, he's talking more slowly. Think about that. That's very important. He's talking more slowly, so whether that's cognitive decline, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But he's talking more slowly. So I don't have to sift through a million words a minute. That's important for me because I'm actually trying to objectively look at this.
Number two, we got over 100.
I like that he broke down number one and number two.
100,000 Americans and others out of Afghanistan during that airlift. Number three, we found ourselves in a situation where, if you take a look at what Trump did in Ukraine, this guy told Trump, do whatever you want and do whatever you want. And that's exactly what Trump did to Putin, encourage him, do whatever you want. And he went in and listen to what he said.
See, he could have said that a little more articulately. That's probably a result of old age. I don't know. But you got to break down, what are they saying? Not necessarily how they're saying it.
And that's exactly what Trump did to Putin, encourage him, do whatever you want. And he went in and listen to what he said when he went in. He was going to take Kyiv in 5 days.
So yeah, so he needs to work on his pronouns a little bit. Pronouns, pal. A famous pervert said that. But anyway, he needs to work on his pronouns. You need to be more clear about your pronouns. Like, what are you talking about? Who's he in this situation? Who's they? What are you talking about?
Remember? Because it's part of the old Soviet Union. That's what he wanted to reestablish. Kyiv. And he, in fact, didn't do it at all. Wasn't able to get it done. And they've lost thousands.
Because I don't know if he's talking about Putin here or Trump. So, yeah. So when you actually break down what he's saying, you're able to give these critiques, whether they be constructive, actually, for both people. So objective. Remember, objective.
Thousands of troops. 500,000 troops.
But I much prefer hearing Biden talk, though, about these issues because he says it more slowly. I don't have to sift through a million words, especially a lot of what Trump says. Let's just go back to what he said about that Founding Fathers comment. Hold on, let's go back there.
He would have never invaded Ukraine. A lot of people are dead right now, much more than people know. You know, they talk about numbers.
See, a lot of people are dead right now, much more than people know. What was the point of saying much more than people know? You're not getting me. You're using too many words. Keep it short. Kiss, mother effer. Kiss. Keep it short. And I'm not going to call you stupid because I'm trying to be objective. Keep it short. That's why I hate the format of this freaking quote-unquote debate. It's not a debate. It's about the person who knows how to BS more. The person who's sharper with words. That's not a debate. So, here's my suggestion. I wrote this down too, because I'll forget. Because maybe I got brain damage. I'm kidding. Anyway, here's my suggestion. So this quote-unquote debate, you notice that the topics were so random. They went from the economy, foreign policy, domestic. So they went to different areas. No, it's ridiculous. And not only that, let's go back to why this is a debate. 2 minutes? Oh, you got 2 minutes to talk about your foreign policy. Are you effing kidding me? Please tell me you're joking. So here's my suggestion. 1 hour. We can keep it 1 hour. But this gotta go. 2 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. That gotta go. That has to go. Kick it out of your house. It needs to be evicted. So we'll have a 1 hour format. And the first thing we're gonna debate is the economy. 1 hour. We're gonna talk about who has the better economic policy for the United States of America. Who's better for you? Who's better? Who has the better economy? Then we'll have another debate. Another hour over foreign policy. And we'll talk about those issues that are pertinent for foreign policy today. Who has the better foreign policy for the United States of America? 1 hour. You can set the rules and format, whatever. 1 hour just on this topic. Who has the better domestic policy for you and your family? Who do you agree with? Then vote for that person. So these are some of the suggestions that we could have to have a more smart, intelligent assessment of our candidates. Think about it. As opposed to the guy who just makes the best sound bites. Or the guy who appears more young and virile on camera. Think about that. That's what we need. But quite frankly, due to the anti-intellectualism in this country, I don't think we'll ever get to that point. Sorry. Not sorry. Bye. I'll see you in the next video where I'll go with my second argument.